Hello, guys. Hello, and welcome to today's live stream. So, please, if you can hear me, let me know. If you can see me and you can hear me, let me know. So, immediately I get a confirmation from somebody that you can see me and you can hear me, we are ready to go straight into our tutorial for today. Okay, let me get my pictures.
You don't sit that way where you trust you.
Okay, leave that one first. Okay, guys. So let me know if you can see me and if you can hear me. Hello, good evening. There's something I want to do, please. Let me, guys. Mozuba, you're welcome. Good evening. Sophia, good evening. Okay, so guys, let's get straight into our tutorial for today. So I almost did not get my pictures ready. Okay, guys, so lesson. You're welcome. Let me see. Lovette Osewinge, good evening. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to our live class for today. So, guys, you guys are welcome. So, guys, thank you so much, all of you that tuned in. You're welcome. So, now I'm going to readjust my camera and then we're going to start straight. So, guys, as you guys are enjoying it, let me hear where you're watching me from. You can drop it on the comment section. So, let me know where you're watching me from, okay? So, let me put on my glasses so I can read the chats more. Thank you so much. Those of you that are giving me hearts and thumbs up, thank you so much. Mazub Mazuba, yeah, thank you so much. Yes, thank you. All right, so now let's adjust our camera to our table. So we're going to do this. Okay, I think it's better this way. Yes, we can see everything. Okay, that is good. Yes, yes, yes. I think this is good. Okay. So guys, so let's just dive straight into our tutorial for today. So you guys can see from these six different neckline. Thank you so much, Omo Antonia. Thank you so much. Thank you. So now we're going to start now. So I'm just going to check my phone and then say, okay, let's do the first one, which is like the that one that looks like the Queen Anne, that has the Queen Anne pattern. So before we start, what we are going to do, let's do a back neckline. So these are all of the patterns that I'm going to use. So as we go along, we are going to adjust and readjust them because some of the sleeves there are off shoulder sleeves. Okay. So thank you so much, Sophia. I love you too. Thank you for loving my outfits. Thank you. I love you all, guys. So now, what we are going to do now, we are going to. Okay, you're watching from Lagos. You're welcome. Hope David. So first thing we're going to do, let's use 3 inches for our back neckline. So this pattern, this one is going to be for the back, so it will be easier for us. So this is 3 inches for our back neckline. So you mark your 3 inches like this. So 3 inches for necklines is just like the ideal neckline. So it will not be too small, it will not be too big. It's just here. So 3 by 3 most times. So for this, since it is a back neckline, we'll do 3 by 1.5. Okay. So by 1.5. I'm going to use my pattern curve like this, just to curve out the back neckline. Okay, so you can see, so this is our back neckline. So why I'm doing this is we're going to be going with time, we're going to be placing the front patterns and the back patterns together, and then we're going to be checking and comparing them. So that is why I did this. So you can see, so this is our back neckline pattern. Okay, so now, like I said, let's do the first one, which has the Queen Anne pattern on it. So for that neckline, so let me just get this. So for that neckline, So for that neckline, you are going to use, what be all these ones now? You are going to use your, what do you call it? You are going to use your, I'm trying to, where are my people? You people should please drop your comment on the comment section. Okay. You are going to use your artistic skills. Okay, so that's what I want to say. So those of you that are just joining us, you're welcome. Please hit on the like button of this video. Okay, like my video. I would appreciate that. You people should hit on the like button. Who is this KIROTL? What is it? What are all these things that you are drag? Thank you, my dear. I don't know be that one. Oh, can't they put what I don't know on my chat? Who are you and what are you saying? Because you're not saying anything reasonable. Okay, all these people they will just be photo bombing. Is it photo bomb I will use now? Be video bombing somebody's live stream. Okay, thank you, Hope. Let's continue, Joe. So the next thing we're going to do, so for we're going to do the first one that looks like the Queen Anne, that looks like the Queen Anne pattern. So I didn't actually, before I started, I forgot I didn't send them into this. Don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yes. So let's do this one first. I didn't send them into my second phone. It would have been easier. So for this, we're using the Queen Anne pattern. So when you're doing the Queen Anne, using the Queen Anne pattern, for Queen Anne pattern, you have two ways. So there are some that the yoke, you cut out the yoke, that's the neckline, you cut it out and then reattach it on this part. Why some you don't need to cut it out, you just, it still is the same. Okay, so for this, you're going to do the one that is the same. So for that Queen Anne own, what you are going to do, you are going to mark, depends on how wide you want your Queen Anne to be. So for this, we're going to use 3.5. So you come to this point, you mark your 3.5 like this, and then you mark it here. And then when you mark it here, you are going to come, how deep do you want your neckline to be? That's the Queen Anne, that's the sleeve. So most times you just make it almost come flushing into the armhole area. So you mark, so for this, I'm using 7 inches. I'm just using this as a guide. So when I mark my 3.5 on this part, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my pattern curve. I'm just going to connect that neckline like this. I'll connect it into my armhole area like this so you can see. So you can make it round, you can flush it whatever, however rather. So you can see. So when you cut this out now, this is going to be for the Queen Anne. So this is going to be for the shoulder. So the next thing now, you're going to come to this part. That's for the center part. So we're going to determine our how high do we want that V to be. So from this part that is 7, we're going to come up. Let's come up by like 3 inches. So at the end of the day, from this top part to this point is going to be 4. Okay, so it's going to be 4. Joyce, thank you. Joyce, you're welcome. It's going to be 4 inches. So that 4 inches now. So what we are going to do now, from this part now, that 4, this is 4. So you are going to mark that 4 inches like this. So you can see what we are doing. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Like I said bring your artistic skills to work here. So you see, you blend it back into that point. You take it like this to that 4 inches. So this 4 inches will determine how high you want that V to be. But see how it is. So now I'm going to go over it again. You use 3 inches or 3.5 inches for your neckline. So it depends on how wide you want. If you want 3 inches, we can go with 3 inches. If we want our Queen Anne yoke to be bigger. So this is like 3 inches now. So you blend that into your armhole area. So that armhole, you blend it, let it be like, Antonia, thank you so much. Good evening. You blend it maybe like 7 inches, okay? Because my armhole is 9. So you blend it into 7 inches point from that point. And then after that, you are going to determine how high do you want that triangle to be. So that triangle from this point we came down by 4 inches and then just create like a triangle, not a very sharp triangle though, and then you blend it into this part. So that's that for that first, for the first one, the first black neckline. So now we're going to cut now. So I hope you guys can see. I'm almost missing it though. Let me not go and miss it, I beg. So let me cut from here like this. Okay. And then I'll cut like this. Okay, so like I said, for this Queen Anne pattern, you don't, it is a joint together yoke. So guys, can you guys see? Let me clear this place so that I'll have enough space. Can you guys see? So you see what we have. Can you see? So now I want to show you guys something. This is the back pattern that we did earlier. Okay, so you take them like this, you place them like this. So this is how you like gauge your neckline. Okay, to make sure that everything is okay, or else you're going to enter trouble. So you can see the neckline. So you can see the neckline. So this is how it's going to stay. So if this part, if you feel that it is too high, you know we came down by 4 inches, you can make it like 3 inches. That's, you can make it like 5 inches. So just use your own measurement. Okay, thank you so much, Joyce. Okay, so you can see that it entered perfectly well. Okay, so this is for the first one. So the next one we are going to do, so most of this neckline. So let's do the second one that looks, this second blue one. This second blue one is on the thumbnail. You guys can check it out. So it's almost like this one, but this one is going to be having like the off shoulder pattern. Okay, this one is going to have the off shoulder pattern. So it is a simple process. So since it is an off shoulder pattern, what we are going to do, we're going to take out 5 inches from 5 or 6 inches from our original pattern. But before we do that, if we take out this 5 inches like this from this, it is an off shoulder. But if we take out your normal 5 inches, you will not be able to achieve that height. Okay, so now what you are going to do, because we are going to cut it like an off shoulder, so from this point now you are going to determine, remember that off shoulder one you normally use about 5 inches, but for this you are going to come down, that is on this shoulder part, you are going to come up. So this is our 5 inches. So I'm going to explain it in two ways. First, you can decide to come up by 4 inches, or this your normal 5 inches. We'll cut this out like this. You cut it a little bit above 5 inches. That's your shoulder drop. You are not going to use exactly 5 inches, so you can see. So for this, we use like 4 inches to drop the shoulder. So when you use like 4 inches like this now to drop the shoulder, so you can see. So this is my 5 inches. I did not use 5 inches because it is an off shoulder sleeve. So from this point now, this is our arm, the armhole area. So what you are going to do now, from this point, you are just going to mark. If you notice, this one has a little bit of a curve. So you are just going to curve and blend this into your armhole area like this. So you can see. So this one is almost like the first one, but it is round. Okay. So you can see what I did. So before I do this, I want to cut out some straps that I will use so you guys will understand. Here's my scissors. These are my real scissors. Okay. So if you will have questions, you can drop your questions on the comment section. Drop your questions. For those of you that are just joining us, you are welcome. So what I'm trying to do, I'm just trying to like create the straps already. Okay, so after marking it this way, the next thing, we are going to cut this off. So you blend that into the armhole area like this, and then you are going to blend, you're going to have this. Okay, so this is how it's going to stay. So let me reduce the side of this a little bit just to make it easier for us. So to be able to fill the table, that's why I'm doing that. That's why I reduced it. And then it's going to be open like this. And then these are our straps that will attach. Okay. So you can see the straps. So at the end of the day, you just attach your straps. So can you guys see? Can you see that it looks like what is on our thumbnail? So this is a very simple way. So for this kind of, let me explain something to you people. For this kind of neckline, the more you come, the more smaller it becomes. So there's one of those neckline that I'm going to use to do this also for you guys. So you guys, you can see. So you see how simple and easy this is. Just bring your artistic skill. Tony, you are welcome. Rita, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you guys. So those of you that are just joining us, Rita, Tony, where are you guys watching it from? Roslyn, thank you so much. Good evening, Tony. Rita, please you can go over this one. Okay, so for this one, what I did basically, okay, don't worry, when I'm done, I'll try and go over all of them again. So let's do it that way, okay? So don't worry, just hang in there. Let me keep that on the side, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut this one that has the square one, okay? The square one, that's that the pink one. Yes. So that one is a normal square neckline. So like I said, I'm going to go over them again once I'm done. Rejoice, thank you so much. So for this, for the square one, what I'm going to do, you are going to come down by, for this neckline, you're just going to come down by 5 inches. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to turn this into an off shoulder pattern. So your normal pattern, you can turn it into an off shoulder by just taking out 5 inches from your bodies. Okay, so once you take out 5 inches, automatically this becomes an off shoulder pattern. Okay, so because, and then you see the sleeve area, but because it is a tube, okay, because it is a tube, here's what we are going to do. Because now want to add our neckline to it, and it is a tube and it is a square neckline. So what we are going to do, we are going to determine how deep. Remember, we took out 5 inches from our pattern. So for this tube now, depends on how deep. So most times, if you notice, this one is high. So for this, we're just going to use like 1 inch. Okay. So at the end of the day, that neckline is going to be like 6 inches or 6.5. So let's go with 1.5 inch. So that 1.5, that's from here like this, 1.5 inch. So that 1.5 inch, you have marked it. So once you mark that 1.5 inch for the neckline, all you are going to do is just blend that into your armhole area. So you can see, you blend that into your armhole area. So it depends on how deep you want the armhole to be. If you don't want to come into that edge of, okay, Rejoice, we're cutting necklines. We're cutting 6 different types of necklines, okay? So if you don't want to come down so much, you can just still tilt it a little bit towards this way. Okay, so at the end of the day, this is what you are going to have for that square neckline. So how it's going to make sense to you guys. So I just want to reduce it a little bit, reduce the side, so I'll be able to explain it to you guys. So at the end of the day, this is how it's going to stay, and then this is how our sleeves are going to be. So let me look for bigger fabrics so that you guys can understand. Okay, so everything I do, I try to do it to make you guys, so you guys will be able to understand how those sleeves, how it will be. So I'm just trying to like construct, let me use that word. Okay. It's, so that's just like basically what I'm trying to construct now. I'm just trying to construct those sleeves so that you will understand what I'm doing, and that is why I'm actually doing this. So when we have this now, You see, you see that our pufu pufu sleeve. You see, it's going to stay like this, and then you see the squareness of the neckline. So when you fix the sleeve, now remember this part, you fix your sleeve. When you fix your sleeve like this, you fix your sleeve like this. Can you guys see that it looks like the neckline? Okay, Julie, thank you. You're watching from the US, Philadelphia. Thank you so much. Amara, you're welcome. Amara, you're watching from, okay. Okay, which one? Is it this one? Let me know. Is it the one I'm doing on the hand that is not that clear? The truth of the matter is, when it comes to all this off shoulder neckline and sleeve, so I understand, I know. So what I'm trying to do now, okay, okay. Let's see. I'm looking for the best way to explain it to make it easy. So for this, for the square neckline, so for the pink one, so like I said, for the pink, this pink one on the thumbnail, this pink this pink one, and that's the one that we're cutting. So it's actually a square neckline. So for that square neckline, what you would do, so let me just explain. I'm not going to cut it again, but let me just use this pattern to explain it. So for that neckline, what you would do, because it is an off shoulder, it's not off shoulder, it's a tube neckline. You come down from your pattern, you come down by 5 inches. If you notice, it is not a very deep, um what do you call it? It's not a very deep tube. So you come down by 5 inches. After coming down by 5 inches like this, from this point 5 inches, so you cut that off. So you cut that 5 inches off. So when you cut the 5 inches off, you're going to have something like this. So now in creating the square neckline, what you are going to do to create that square neckline, we already took out 5 inches. So you are going to put that into consideration. So we'll use 1.5 inch, um from this point now. So to use that 1.5 inch to cut out our square neckline, you mark your 1.5 inch like this. When you mark that 1.5 inch to this point like this, you are going to blend it. It's not straight, if you notice, that's one kind of a little bit of curve. You're going to blend it like this into your armhole area. You understand? You blend it into your armhole area. So after blending it into your armhole area, this is what you are going to have. So you see the remaining part of the armhole. You understand? When you blend it like that, this is what you will have. So now this is a tube. Now after cutting, this is a tube. Okay, so I was just trying to use this. This is not actual off shoulder sleeve. So I was just trying to use this sleeve to explain to you guys. You understand? That's when you fix your off shoulder sleeve on it. This is how it will look like. So like that pink picture on our thumbnail. You get? So that's what I was trying to explain to you guys. So that what I was basically trying to do is, after placing the sleeve like this, you see that it looks like the picture. So that's what I was trying to do. So after this, you cut your off shoulder sleeve and then you attach your off shoulder sleeve. Okay. All right. Bernice, you're welcome. Amara, I hope it's okay. If it's not okay, we'll go over it again, or maybe in another class, we'll go over it in another class. So something I want you guys to do in another class, maybe we'll pick one and then sew it from start to finish. You understand? So you guys should just, on the comment section, you can drop it the one you want. So once I see the one that has the most engagement, we'll draft it, cut it, draft it, and then sew it and fix the sleeve or whatever. Okay, so you can see. So it looks like that on the picture. Okay, so that's for that. So the next one now we are going to, okay. So the next one now, we've done like three. Yes, we have done three. We have three left. So these three, they are almost still similar. So the next one now is a sweetheart off shoulder sweetheart neckline. So you guys can see this one is a sweetheart off shoulder neckline. So for this, the same thing we're going to do now. So Amara, what I was trying to explain now. So just follow this and see. Because it is an off shoulder neckline, this is a normal full bodice that does not have, it is not an off shoulder. Okay, Amara. Okay, so now just watch. So now everything I was trying to explain now is something is exactly the same thing I want to do. Okay, rejoice. Yes, I know most times I normally start around after 7, but today I started a little bit late. I started to 8. Okay. Yes, I started to 8. So let's see tomorrow. No, I will not come up tomorrow. By God's grace, on Thursday, I'll start to 8 also, like 7:50, 7:45, 7:50. So just keep a date with me on Thursday. Okay, so now Amara and every other person now want to turn this pattern now to an off shoulder. So you place your tape like this, and then you take out 5 inches from your pattern. So after taking out 5 inches, this is what I am going to do now. Cut that off. So when I cut it off now, automatically this is an off shoulder pattern now. Okay, so now we want to add that sweetheart neckline, just the one I showed to you guys just now. You can see this one. That's what we want to add. So this one is a simple process. Okay, well, since we want to add that sweetheart neckline, what we are going to do, you are going to determine how deep you want it. You know, we already took out 5 inches. So now I'm going to use, I'm going, if you notice, it came down around the chest line, and chest line is usually 8 inches. You understand? It came down. So, but since it is an off shoulder, I'm not going to use 8 inches. If I use 8 inches, it's going to be too deep. Okay. Thank you, Nicole. You're welcome. So, Nicole, where are you watching me from? Folusho, you're welcome. Sophia, let's sew the first one, right? Okay, no problem. That's good. Nice for saying it. Okay, so we'll work on that, but that will be like next week or Saturday. But I'll just keep watching. I'll put it on my notification. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's continue. So if I use 8 inches for this, for that neckline, it's going to be too deep. So what I'm going to do now, I will use like 7 inches. So let's see, 7 inches. I use like 7 inches, okay, or 7.5 inches. So most times I try as much as I can to be very conservative. Yes. So, but there are some clients that will tell you that they want their cleavage to show. So for that, I'll use like 8, or even I'll use 9 or even 10. Is what they want. Okay. So I'll place it like that. So I'm using 7.5. So that's 7.5. We're doing a sweetheart neckline. So for that sweetheart neckline, if you notice, it is a round sweetheart neckline. So you guys can see what I'm doing. You see, I'm trying to create a curve. Most times I like using my hands to do this. Why I'm using my hand to do this, guys? You can see what I did. I'll first of all use my hands to do it before I use my pattern curve. Okay, so you can see this is around the chest area. So for that chest area, it's not going to be as high as this. Remember, this is 7.5 inches. So what I'm going to do on this part, I'm just trying to check. That's for our neckline. This is 7.5 inches. So for this arc, if I go with this arc now, you know this point is 5 inches. If I go with this arc now, that the bust area, that's this cup area, is going to be covered. That neckline is going to be very covered. But if you notice this one, it did not cover like that. But if you want something that will cover, use this pattern that I did. Now draw your sweetheart neckline like this. Let it reach to that point of that 5 inches. That's that your half shoulder 5 inches, and then blend it into the armhole. With that, it's going to cover. That's it will cover very well. But if you don't want it to cover very well, you can just come down a little bit, just like the black picture, this one now. You can come down a little bit, maybe by maybe 1 inch or 1.5 inch. Just come down a little bit, and then we blend your understand, and then blend it into the armhole area. So most times now, let's see. Let's cut the first one first. Is always better that way. Okay. So when I cut now, I'll open it up. You see the curve that I was trying. Let me reduce the side so it will be able to fill our table. Okay. So you can see what I was trying to say. When you open it like this, you see this height. Even though your sweetheart it came down the cleavage area, but this side is covered, as in it will cover that your breast area very well. But if you don't want it, if you want it like the one on the picture, you can come down a little bit so you can see. So remember this one, I'm going to tell you guys the dimension again. I'm going to mention them. Okay, so remember this one, we came down by 7.5 inches, and then this one, this is 6 inches. Okay, that's from the armhole point. So now I'm trying to let me get those my sleeves that I use. So now when you take, by the time you take this sleeve now, you place them like this so you can see. So can you guys see? You can see, right? You see that it looks almost like this. You can see it. So this is not the sleeve pattern, but I'm just using this normal off shoulder sleeve just to explain it to you guys so you understand. Okay, so you understand, Sophia. Okay, Joycelyn, please. I don't understand though your question, Joycelyn. What do you mean? You said this one is the. You said Dicta, you're welcome. Joycelyn, you said please. This one is the back up or low. Okay, 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 okay. Now I get it. Yes. Okay, okay. Yes. The back is not straight. Is not sweetheart. You understand? The back is straight. Let me show you guys this one how the back would be. You see this our square neckline. This square of shoulder neckline. That's how the back is going to be. I'm going to show you guys now. Yes. So you remember. So I'm just trying to show you guys. So this is how the back is going to be. This is how the back is going to be. The back is going to be straight. So when you are covering the back, when you are covering the front, you are not going to curve the front. When you're covering the front, the back, you are not going to curve the back. The back is going to be straight. You are going to use this tube, this normal straight tube pattern that we did before. That is what you are going to use for the back part. Okay, the back is not going to have all those curves. So I hope you understand. So that's how it will be. It will be like this. You can see. So the back is going to be a little bit lower than the front, and then you are going to attach your sleeves like this. Okay, so you can see, you guys, you can see. Okay, Victor, good evening, you're welcome. Okay, so Joycelyn, I hope you understand now. Hmm? So let me know in the comment section if you understand. Okay. I want to know. Thank you. That's good. I like when I teach and people understand it. It makes me, even me, makes me happy. But when somebody say they don't understand, I try as much as I can to explain. So you guys should give this video a thumbs up. People should like the video. Like the video, okay? All right. So now we have just two more to go. So I'm just trying to check my phone again. Okay. So these ones are the Igbo blouse ones. So let's see. So they all of them are, they are almost similar. So these remaining two, they are off shoulder necklines. Okay. So let's see. So let me keep my sleeve on the side. So now we are going to take off again, just through the same process. Take off 5 inches again from our shoulder part. So for this, you can take out less. If you notice that white blouse, what they took from that off shoulder of that white blouse is a little bit less than 5 inches, or like this from the shoulder, and then we cut that off just to turn this pattern into an shoulder pattern. Okay, so that is what we are doing for those of you that are just joining us that don't know. Okay, so now we're going to do that. Okay, thank you, Joycelyn. All right, so like I said, if you don't understand, talk or now that we are here. Okay, so the next thing now for this one is a very conservative neckline. It's a very conservative neckline. So I'm just trying to, don't mind me, I'm just trying to cut out straps that I will use for the to explain to you people. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to cut out straps, okay? All right. So the next thing now that I'm going to do, I'm going to we're going to add the neckline now. So this one is like a slant, a slight sweetheart neckline. So what I'm going to do, so you remember that we already took out 5 inches. So now for this, after taking out that 5 inches, depends on how many inches you want to take out. So most times I'll just take out 1.5 is ideal. Why? Because when you put 1.5 into 5 inches, it's going to give you 6.5 inches. But if, excuse me, if you still feel that it is too deep, you can use 1 inch. Okay. So from that part, like this one is like a V, like a small slant. So you can see what how this one is. So you slope this one like this. You just create like a little bit of V and then blend it into this part to be on the what do you call it, safe side. You can measure where you are blending to. Okay, so you can see I blended into like 3.5 inches, 4 inches thereabout. So with this, it will help you. So I'm going to explain something to you guys now. So I just blend it there and then I am going to cut this out like this. So if you notice, it's just like a small sweetheart neckline. So let me reduce the side again. While I'm reducing this so that it will fit into my table properly. So if you notice, you see armhole, this armhole area is where, so you can see. And now you are going to add your, what do you call it, straps. So this blouse has straps, so I'm going to add my straps like this, like this, hmm? And then add my straps. Okay, so I'll add my straps. So this one, you will add your straps. I've done this, I have it plenty in my video. So when you add your straps for this, after adding your strap, so that strap that you are going to add, after adding the strap, that armhole, you can see. So this armhole now, you add the strap on this point. When you add the strap on this point now, so your armhole will now be like this. When your armhole is now like this, you will now fix your sleeve. You understand? Let me look for a bigger fabric because I want you people to understand what I'm doing. So when you add your armhole like that, that's for that white Igbo blouse that is there. So I'm just using all of this, okay? So you both should drop your questions on the comments section. Okay. Mhm. So I'm just looking for the best way, okay? Yeah. So you guys can see. So when you add your straps already, let's see. Let's pin these guys down to make it easier so that our explanation will be easy. Okay. So when you see, so now your sleeve, now when you now cut your off shoulder sleeve, now you are going to fix that sleeve like this into this point like this, into this armhole point like this. You're going to fix it so your sleeve will stay like this, and then you see your neckline very conservative. It is well covered. It does not have is high. You can see the neckline. It's just going to stay like that easily. Okay. So let's see. Let's read charts better. Okay, you're just joining. Welcome. Okay, follow Sean. With that strap also be 5 inches. Yes, the strap will be, for the strap you can use 5 inches, you can use 6 inches. That's on fold though. unfold. Yes, the strap, yes, the strap is 5 inches. Use 5 inches or 6 inches. Why? Because you are going to attach. You understand? So if you use 5 inches, but like I said, the one for that blouse, is less than 5 inches because it's very, if you notice, it is very high. So, but use 5 inches or 5.5 inches or 6 inches thereabout. The good thing with this kind of neckline is that you can always adjust it. Okay, you can always adjust it. I'm trying to. Okay. A call. Okay, so you're just joining. Yes, you're welcome. Okay. So now we are almost done. We're going to the last but not the least. So the last one is still like our, it's still an off shoulder neckline. So it is a square. This one, this time around, this one is a square neckline. It's a square mama neckline. So for this also, we're going to take out 5 inches. So in another class, I'm going to do strictly off shoulder sleeves, off shoulder necklines, that we will not be cutting it like this. But why I decided to do this is to make it easier for people to understand. Okay. So now we'll take out 5 inches to turn this pattern into our off shoulder pattern. And then the next thing now, we're taking our normal, our square neckline. So for this square neckline, what I am going to do, I'm going to come to this part. You remember we already took out 5 inches. So we'll come with 1 inch, just 1 inch is okay. So we'll come with 1 inch. So that 1 inch now, we are going to blend that 1 inch like this. You blend that into this part so you can see how the blending came. Just please note, it's not it's not entirely straight. If you notice, you can see it's just like a slant curve. So most times, please my people, when you are cutting necklines, eh, try your necklines out. Use pattern paper or your lining, whatever. Try out your necklines first before you transfer to your original fabric. Okay, do that, it will make it easy for you. Okay, so now let's continue now. So now I'm going to cut that part like this. So this one now is for my square neckline. So now you guys should see. So let me reduce the side. So you know our armhole, we still have some left because we use armhole is 8 inches. So we still have some left. So for that square neckline, here is so now you can add your straps to it, just like I explained on the other one. So for this, yes, there's some, it was this I was telling you guys. So for this, depends on how you can come to this point. You guys should just watch what I'm doing. If you come to this edge now of your sleeve and you place your, that's the edge of your armhole, and then you place your straps, your neckline is going to, your square neckline is going to be wider. Okay, so you guys should just watch what I'm trying to say. So if you place like this now, on this side now, your neckline is going to be wider. You have a wide square neckline. But if you want your square neckline not to be too wide, all you are going to do is you are going to shift this a little bit. You understand? So you shift it. You can shift it to your dart lines. Your blouse, definitely. This is just a sketch that we're using. Your blouse will have dart line. So when you shift it and place it on top of your dart line, that's the breast cut dart lines. This will make your square neckline. So you can see how a square neckline is. So at the end of the day, what you are just going to do, you are just going to blend your armhole like this, and then you fix your sleeve. You remember the way I explained to you guys. So let me get the sleeve that we used to do that explanation. Hmm? So you blend, after doing that, you just blend it, and then you are still going to fix your sleeve like this. So when you fix, so with this, your square neckline is going to be very covered. Okay, it's not going to be wide, but if you want it wider, all you are going to do is just take this and then shift it to this edge. Just fix it on the edge like this, and you have a wider part. Yes. So guys, so now let me adjust my camera and let's see our questions before I round off for today. So guys, I hope you guys learned something. Yes. So for those of you that are this all these kind of necklines have been confusing, I hope that with today's lessons you will be able to try out these necklines, and then with this all these measurements that I gave you are just like the ideal measurements that will not put you into any problem. That the necklines are not going to be too wide, they are not going to be too low, they are conservative, except your client wants deeper necklines. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm trying to adjust my light. All right, all right. Okay. Okay, so guys, yes, okay, follow Shaw. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. She said I learned. Thanks so much. I appreciate the what do you call it, the feedback. I appreciate it because when you understand, let me know that you understand. If you don't understand, let me know that you do not understand. So that will make me to like explain more. So thank you so much, guys. For those of you that tuned in to our live stream for today, we're going to end today's class. We're going to end it here now. Okay. So we're going to end it here. Yes. So you guys will, like I said, next week, this week on Thursday, yes, around before 8, like it's like 7:45, 7:40, 7:45. You guys should tune in. Jocelyn, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate. Ogun Sai Antonia, thank you. Alero. Thank you so much. Rita, thank you so much. All of you that tuned in for today's class, I appreciate you guys. So, guys, I'll see you guys on Thursday, like I said, before 8 o'clock. Yes. See you guys and have a blessed night.